Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. It's about 10 after 8. It is Friday morning, July 15th. Don't judge the bags under my eyes. A lot of people are tired. We're got that early wake-up call because of the crazy weather that moved through Fargo Moorhead, then into Lakes Country. In fact, a lot of rain, more than an inch. I know we're hearing reports close to 2 inches just yesterday in Moorhead, so came down fast, came down hard. Jared Piepenburg was in on First News this morning. He was tracking the rain and the storms, and now the rain out of the area, but we're going to start feeling the humidity and the heat today. A very hot weekend ahead, so just be ready for that if you're making your weekend plans still here on your Friday morning. Talking about the weather and the street flooding. That's what we had a live reporter out on scene this morning on First News. Jenna was out tracking different areas. I know on my way into work this morning, I ran into an area on 8th Street, not far from the WDAY studios, where a good section of the road was covered in a lot of water. I know she was up on University near NDSU, and then kind of the worst area we found this morning. Hopefully you caught some of the video. I know we'll have it on our evening newscast as well. 12th Avenue in Moorhead, east of MSUM. Kind of in the industrial park area. Significant street flooding in that area. I know street crews were out there as our live reporter was out there. Several vehicles actually stalled out in the flooded roads. So just a reminder, especially if you're just about to head out right now, there could still be some areas where the storm sewers just weren't able to keep up with the amount of rain that we got overnight. So some flooded streets out there this morning. Just be aware and be careful if you're heading out the door. Some of the other news headlines for you this morning. 2 people from the Twin Cities are facing charges in Becker County for leading officers on a high-speed chase. In May, a White Earth police officer tried to pull over a car on Highway 59 in Monoman County for illegally tinted windows. The driver did not stop, leading to that high-speed chase. The car did eventually spin out and stopped in a field near DL. Well, officers found a loaded pistol and magazine and meth. A couple of people arrested. Both have posted bond and were released, but we are looking for their pretrial hearings to be held on Monday. And also, this was a news story this morning. A Jamestown man is in jail right now as police found drugs and a gun on him, and he was not supposed to have a gun. That's while he was staying in a hotel there. 62-year-old David Park is charged with possession with intent to deliver meth, possession of drug paraphernalia, and also possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. Police actually found a half pound of meth, which has a street value of more than $23,000. He also had a handgun on him, $2,200 in cash. He's scheduled to be in court again next month. He's currently in the Stutzman County Jail on a $10,000 bond. This is an update to a story we have been following for you. Fargo Police Chief David Zabolski is offering a little more insight on how critical situation investigations like officer-involved shootings are mapped out. He presented those ideas to the Police Advisory Board. The chief said the process actually can take up to 30 days, which includes 30 days until you might see that police body camera video. And that's kind of the hot question right now, because a lot of people are asking for video from last week's police-involved shooting in Fargo that involved the death of Shane Netterville. The police chief says that it needs prosecutor approval before it can be released. And he said as well that another way that footage could be released is if there's a pending court case that's related to the shooting. So far, no formal charges have actually been filed in that case. But of course, kind of a hot topic, as that is a still investigation that's ongoing, and a lot of questions for the police department and the police chief. Almost every day, the time of the year, we have another construction update for you. And I know I've been driving through that I-94 construction zone that's really slowing up traffic during the commutes in the morning and the afternoon. Another road construction project impacting drivers on I-94 if you're going through Moorhead. The I-94 between exits Highway 75 and the 34th Street Main Avenue area is going to have a lane closure there, one on each lane or each side. That's a buffer for crews who are going to be replacing guardrails on the shoulder and the center median. It's happening. It's supposed to wrap up next Thursday, so it shouldn't be in place too long, but of course that's a high traffic area we wanted you to be aware of. Here's an update. I was talking about the rain overnight and the storms. we probably wanted to block this out, but remember when we had winter weather? President Joe Biden is giving the okay to a majority of North Dakota counties, including Grand Forks County, to get federal relief for damage caused by those winter storms and flooding. You might remember, or don't want to remember, from late April to early May, the state had winter storms, freezing rain, and several power outages, causing millions of dollars in damage. Looking at some of our national headlines, new this morning, South Dakota is reporting its first known case of monkeypox. Health officials say it's in a man in his 30s from the eastern part of the state. A sample still needs to be submitted to the CDC for confirmation, so stay with WDAY for updates. This is a story we'll also be covering for you throughout the day. President Joe Biden is expected to make a trip to Saudi Arabia. The trip is an effort to reset the U.S.'s relationship there and possibly, everyone's hoping for this, boost oil flow because we're hoping to lower gas prices. But of course, as you can imagine, Biden's trip is coming with a lot of criticism. So that's going to be a big story that is developing today and throughout the day. Another one happening today, the House will vote on 2 bills aimed at boosting abortion rights. The Ensuring Access to Abortion Act would protect a woman's right to travel to seek an abortion, and the Women's Health Protection Act, which the House has already passed, calls for the codification of abortion rights into federal law. However, the bills are not expected to win the 10 Republican votes needed to pass the Senate. All developing stories that are happening today, so be sure to tune in for that. Dom Izzo is in, getting ready for his show. Hot Mic is on from 9 to 11, of course, on WDAY Extra, also on InForum.com. He just gave me the rundown as to what's going to be on his show here on our Friday morning. Meet McKenna Johnson, another of North Dakota's top girls basketball players from Mandan. She was just offered was just given an offer by South Dakota State along with NDSU. So there you go. 43 days from the start of college football season. Week 0, how is the FCS preparing for 2022? And of course, I feel like I asked him right away, are we going to talk about Hoagie? Of course he's going to be talking about him. He'll have an update from the British Open on Tom Hoagie's second round as well. So lots happening on Hot Mic today. And that's also on InForum.com, like I mentioned. You might want to also head online, especially if you love Sammy's Pizza like I do. Here's the update. Sammy's Pizza has been hit again by vandalism. They're hoping this time that they're going to catch the vandals. The headline on this story on InForum.com, security cameras hope to curb vandalism at Sammy's Pizza in downtown Fargo. So that story and so much more at InForum.com. A great place to stay informed throughout the day. And you know what? You can get that InForum.com subscription for a great price. Right now, just $2 for 6 months. $2 for 6 months of unlimited local news with InForum.com. And I want to remind you, of course, we're doing the Facebook Live right now, but you can also watch and listen to this live stream throughout the day. Just go to the InForum YouTube channel or on your favorite podcast platform as well. It's a great way to get the news you need to start your day. We appreciate when you start with us every day, 5 to 7 on First News. The news continues throughout the day, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 on WDAY. Just visit InForum.com/podcast and look for the InForum Minute if you missed my live Facebook Live. So have a great day, have a great Friday, and a great weekend, and I'll see you back here Monday morning.